Tommy, Hellcat on wheels. I am Melton, son of a carpenter, married dad a carpenter. Worked on skyscrapers, Mom Marianne. I am the son of a carpenter, I get to make parables. And this is my Tommy Parable series by Tommy, the no-arm Chinese fella. How did he get to be missing both arms? He had them when he was born, Dad made sure. He was brown-nosing on the Oriental streets. They loved that. They want blind obedience. He was given a loyalty test. He was given a management test. Woo, his boss told him to stick his right arm into a wood chipper. He slowly fed that right arm into the wood chipper, and as lefty, the left arm, saw righty getting chipped up. He realized that agreement where they tote stuff, they zip stuff up, they button stuff, they wave, they give the finger. Tommy righty wrote it up himself, and the agreement was being broken. And yeah, they also do the dirty stuff. They wipe butts, they pick noses, and once that agreement got broken, Lefty wasn't going to let it happen to him. Lefty jumped off. He's crawling around Tommy's house somewhere, taking tropical vacations. He's very good at gambling in Vegas with the one-armed bandit. Got a nice hand modeling career going on. If you got the looks, might as well make a few bucks with it, you know? Tommy, however, isn't doing as well, although he got a promotion. He's bossing a whole lot of folks around, making more money. He's got his girlfriend Rhea, won her heart. He's always been scaly. He's always talked with a hoarse lisp. And he likes to stick his tongue out a lot. He's Chinese. And he won her heart at the Snake Pit, popular dance club in, go figure, L.A. here. He snaked his way in between Rhea and whoever she was dancing with. He's been there ever since. This occurs, if you've watched a few parables ago, Tommy was riding his unicycle down the street. He doesn't need a bicycle, and it hurts his teeth to drive. He has to clamp onto that wheel with his teeth, and he likes to cuss and weave in and out of traffic. And it hurts his teeth to drive, so he lets Rhea do the driving for him. And when he can't get picked up by one of his workers or dropped off by Rhea, he has to use a unicycle. Setway salesman. You know, those things on two wheels where you stand up on them and ride around? He stepped in front of Tommy and sold him a Setway. Nice Setway with some kind of headgear. I guess it looks something like a telemarketer kind of thing. And he's been going back and forth, and he listened to, I think it was late yesterday's paper. He taught some corrupt, cowardly cops who've been giving Stone Cold the finger for a long time, and have also been giving Jesus' Immaculate House the finger as well. And somehow the streets had Wu as Tommy to teach him how to use those setways, driving around on those two-wheel things. And they wanted to know, why do we have to use the headset to drive? Because we've got two arms. We've been, giving Stone Cold and Jesus the finger with our hands. Why do we need to learn how to use these things? Don't worry, they got plenty of replacements. This is Stone Cold's fixing it. They got plenty of folks who want to go witness, get some popcorn, and see them riding around on those setways as when they're not, hanging by those egos of steel that got them in trouble. Now back to my Tommy. Tommy taught them how to drive, and in today's parable, Tommy's on his way home. Now I want to get through quick because I finally, they've been keeping me up with hatred noise from all over the place here in Teague Terrace, the corrupt California cowardly cops. You don't have to believe that. You just have to pick up your phone and try to call me, 424-229-4140, with them on the other end of that conference call or that speaker phone call. Call them up. What do you know about John Milton Brady asking for 93 checks for 9 years and not getting one in your state? They don't know what a 93 check is? Yeah, they're involved or they're incompetent. One or the other. I'm trying to see where my fives are. Had them in the bedroom. Then I took them out here. If you call up mayors, governors, senators of California, and they don't know what a 93 check is, you direct them to ChristComplexLinks.blogspot.com. That's 9 years of me asking for a 93 check. Why is that important to you? Because if your phone is not working because of the religious censorship that put Hussein in our White House, it's a Muslim name, guys. Right after we got attacked by a whole lot of angry, violent, deadly Husseins, if your phone's not allowed to work because of religious censorship, or maybe you're not the big name in your business, and they want the big name to get more business, or for whatever reason, you're in the wrong city, wrong neighborhood, your phone's not allowed to work, when you call me with easily documented censorship, guys, if your phone's not allowed to work, I can guarantee you it's going to be just as newsworthy as me asking for a 93 check for 9 years and not getting one. So you the people, we the people, must check and post in 5. And do that with California's officials. They give the censorship legitimacy when I'm asking for Flight 93 checks easily documented. You can certify your mail to that address, 4260 Eagle Rock Boulevard, Apartment 409, Los Angeles, California, 90065. Easily documented. You can call me up in front of every network news anchor, every local news anchor, any and all in the public eye. Whatever you get when you don't get me, it's going to be born. A phone ring, an error message, video signal. It is not going to be born if you need the firemen, the police, and the paramedics. And yes, once again, it's not always complete censorship. It can be just seconds. They count an emergency. And it's going to be just as newsworthy when your phone's not allowed to work for whatever reason. So make that video and call up California's cops. Put their numbers. They don't mind me being disturbed in my home because this hatred stuff that's been keeping me up past week and often lately. It's easily stopped, not with the sirens, but with the word of what we call the streets, the unseen business. You can call it whatever you want. They're not doing the job. So call them up. You don't have to, I mean, it's all Stone Cold's funny parables, his funny fiction, his fire and brimstone, his mean military pitbull project stuff. When you pick up the phone, you got the timestamp on your phone, you got the number dialed, you want to know why, officer, does that not show up on my call log, my call record. If I'm not able to reach firemen, police, paramedics when my family needs that, will I not show up then? And you know the answer to that. So check and post in 5 with California's law enforcement, to a man, to a woman. Get their numbers, put them on the backs of 5s. Call them up, ask, why can't I reach this man? Demonstrate. You got your wife's phone there. You got yours making the speaker phone. You got your son's phone, your daughter's phone, your grandma's phone. You're making the call to me. You got the number on the phone, you got the timestamp. Why is this occurring in your state? Why are you actively BSing when the rest of America wants truth? Get Officer so-and-so's reactions and post. Now back to my funny Tami parable. I got a lot to do. I still got to upload what I paged. This is a page from a past month. My graphic art's my sensory graphic art. And yes, all good cops across America, when you call me, can't reach me, all good firemen. You have no idea how many other folks, how many in your neighborhood can't reach you in a timely fashion. That's your gate slobber. So make that video of whatever you get when you don't get me, and ask California's law enforcement, California's mayors, governors, senators, mayors, senators, ask them, what do you know about that? Get their reaction and post. And yeah, hope to have it tonight, but past few months it has been repetitive. The computer internet not working, that's why I say check and post it from Spectrum next door with their decibel law breaking fleet. So I hope to at least have it on the Google Drive. I'm not going to get myself worked up, but I do have it paged. 857 examples of my work, not including these things, which are the portfolio cards. See my contact, think your contact, all good businessmen who would like to make a lot of business. I can drive folks into your business with the imagery I can design for you, but you got to get truth out there. You can come talk to me in person. I'll design you some imagery, but call up California's officials. Ask them, what is your part? Why is your Hollywood dabbling in politics and hijacking our lifelines? They say we get attacked from the outside with a whole lot of angry, violent, deadly Husseins. We get attacked from the inside with Hussein. Didn't even grow up in America, grew up in Africa. I heard he did that to be closer to his dad Osama. But that's an entirely different thing. I don't deal too much in rumors. But I have not had one comment about that. Oh, put that both together, Osama and Obama, and why do I always get that? Don't be a hater. This is 2018. When you can't reach me by phone, you don't know if your family is going to be allowed to reach the folks you need when you have the firemen, police, paramedics. That's Osama's son, hijacking America's lifeline. Look at it that way. Then call up California's cops and get their officer, officer so-and-so, what have you heard about this? If they don't know what a Flight 93 check after I've been asking for 9 years, they don't know what one is, they're involved or they're incompetent. There's no other way to put it. Now, let me get to my story. I got to upload that, my parable. Tommy stops on his setway on the way home because he sees a cat. It's my funny cartoon stuff. And don't write me letters, they're going to get stolen. If you do write me letters, make a video of it. Not one bit of certified mail or non-certified mail about our religious censorship and your lifeline censorship, my lifeline censorship, past 9 years. That's a lot of managed censorship conducted with our Hollywood news media. We the people must be the reporters, do that. They get up on their pedestal and ham and haw and do all that BS and about whatever staged event is the story of the moment. Put them down, you know. Tell them everything's fake news compared to my family's lifeline not working. I don't know who's the network news anchors, but whatever their name is, Mr. Smith. Why isn't my phone working? Why aren't you covering that? Get the reactions in post. Now let me get my sugar check. Apparently you need a lot of sugar, blood sugar, to grow a new pair of eyes. Yeah, I'm doing a little genetic carpentry. I'll show you in a moment. But Tommy sees that cat, and Orientals like cats and dogs. No, not as pets, as dinner. And the only way he has to hunt is with his mouth. So he goes over there. It's sitting on a fence. He's very stealthy. He leaves his set way behind. This thing isn't working. Yeah, I thought so. For the longest time, it'd do that with the, except it wasn't. You can call it my fun attention getting stuff, but I'm cooking my dinner. And that the thing that covers the light, designed to withstand heat and all kinds of stuff, falls down into my food, wasting a lot of my food. I don't have that much money to spend on food. So when it's just a matter of a tenth of a millimeter that I can push this thing back in with, it tells me something. You don't have to believe any of that as far as high-tech toys. $4.56. I better not eat at all. And design those big fives and telling everybody how to check your postal size. I better not do that. Blood sugar's high, and I'm taking 44 units of Tresiba insulin each day. If it's actual blood sugar, yeah, it's reacting. The body that's doing the change with the eyes, and I can feel it going on with the bones, the muscles, the organs, particularly with the muscles. It's very painful. So I'm in the wheelchair. The legs aren't more than a few minutes on the feet. And yeah, get tighter, get more painful. Now where was I? Oh yeah, he sees the cat, sneaks up behind it. Usually when nobody's looking, he grabs it with the cat, and the tail with his mouth, and he slams it. The cat will start, going at its belly. He doesn't like that, and the cat doesn't like being held by its tail in his mouth. So he tries to slam it against the fence there. Oh, that's the brown eye, the very brown eye from about 10 years ago, 9 years ago. All brown, as you can see, just a little bit of lighter color, bluer color coming through. Here's from about 5 years ago. Oh, I hate it when I stick my finger in my eye. And it's got that ring, smaller browner circles, disappearing, big bluer circles growing in through and around at that point. Now the outer circles that you could see of the brown is gone. Now I'm going to show you what they look like right now as I tell you about Tommy, because it's up to 16 minutes. If I can find my flashlight. Tommy grabs the cat, chomps down. He doesn't want to let him get out of there. And the cat goes at him. And this cat does something different, because usually just scratches its belly and all that. Ah, there you are. Put it in my pocket so it doesn't go flying. Like this thing did. The cat jumps on his head. He's got the headgear on that turns one way, and the setway goes that way, turns the other way, the thing goes that. I don't have to use this thing. You can see it. Oh, there you go. My little joystick. And he leans back and it stops, and he leans forward. The cat grabs hold, and in between, where that telemarketing looking stuff is, digs those claws in. And Tommy, he yells, he screams, and he through it all, he can kind of look, and they're all looking at him. Why has he got a cat's tail in his mouth? Why is there a cat on his head? You can see, though, sometimes that, not so much immediate lately, but it's been white, like it is right there all over, and you can hardly tell it's brown. But you can't see that outer circle there, can you? That's the genetic carpentry. Now Tommy clamps on. He figures he better get out of there, otherwise some mean old lady with a handbag or a umbrella's going to come hit him, team up on him with the cat. So he jumps on the setway, and yes, the helmet is nice and remote. And he had it with him as the cat clamped on around. And he makes it, he's doing a little crazy driving all the way home. But he makes it back, and he yells, "Ring-a!" And of course it's kind of muffled. "Ring-a, ring-a." Eventually she hears him. And she goes outside. Yes, the tail's in the mouth. And helps get the cat off, helps get dinner off of. She got that grandpa in Alabama with all those recipes for alligator and owl and badger. It turns out the recipes for beaver work particularly well for cat. And so she's become quite the cat cook, and she likes cat herself. He left the cat in the bucket in the fridge, and she didn't know what she was eating, and she ate some cat, and she liked it. That's when she called up her grandpa, and now they're going to have some dinner with a new recipe she's got. Thanks to Tommy, and the setway there, and his cat hunting skills. I'm Milton. Come see me in person when you can't reach me by phone. Let me turn those favorite flowers you got into forever flowers. Let me immortalize your beauty girls with graphic art. Let me define graphic art with your beauty. But you gotta come see me personally and get that done. Yeah, the devil stealing your call. Yeah, my work comes from the top. A dad, reason I'm here all the time. As I say often, come tear down the Great Wall of People. It has just me and 20,000 plus 857 as soon as I can get it up there on the Flickr and the Google Drive. Come tear down the Great Wall of People so we can get started building a better world. Look for the handsome bald guy. We're in his imagery. I don't get that as much. I don't need to. I do need some folks to clean up some hatred. Lori is hated. Personal knife in the back here, making noise in the middle of the night. Who knows how well it's keeping me up. I don't care. I don't want to know. I just want to sleep at night. Come see me. If I'm up, might as well be up with you, huh? All you attractive blonde and near blonde girls, come see me. Let me immortalize that beauty. You got plenty of time on your hands this summer. You know, I always sleep really well after pulling ecstasy out of the light and providing visions of heaven for beautiful young ladies. And yes, as you know, it's a different website. As you know, those bored old angels over there need to be inspired to song. How do we do that? We inspire them with your beauty girls and our lovemaking. Come see me. Let's get started building a better world. Tell me what the Christ complex. Tell me what Jesus' immaculate house needs to inspire the future and the present of greatness with, aside from truth. I don't know if you can read that. It's a good video script. You should check it out in those 1,000. Yeah, I don't think it's readable. Aside from truth, make that video of your hijack call to me right now. Yeah. Come see me. Let's see. Let me define graphic art with your beauty.